Something screwing up on your end?
Yeah, it wasn't coming through my
Oh.
headphones.
So what's up, Mr. Timones? Same
Not
shit,
a whole
different day?
hell. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
Pretty much.
Nice. Nice.
I guess.
It's been a long freaking week already, dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's because I'm just old and shit, and I've been up a little later and than I normally do at night. So the next day, I'm just dragging my ass, and then I'm like, oh, I should go to bed earlier tonight. Nope. Sleeping is overrated at times. Not all the time. Sometimes sleeping is really good, and other times sleeping is overrated as shit.
I like sleeping.
Do you?
Of course.
I like doing it all the time. Now, I will say that like on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, there's nothing like catching a good nap.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 or 3 o'clock, laying down, get an hour or two nap in. Feels pretty awesome. Not going to lie.
Okay.
Or when you got a day off or multiple days off, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here. I ain't doing shit today. I'm just going to lay in bed. Come on my wife's pillow. She doesn't know any better. And she's like, why is this all crusty? I'm like, probably because you sweat a lot at night. I don't know what the fuck problem is, but right after eating a Cinnabon, so sugar's in your drool and it's all over the fucking pillow.
Yeah.
Stop eating those big Cinnabons and dripping icing all over the pillow, and you wouldn't have that problem.
Yep.
Oh man, what the fuck? I'm fucking brain dead right now.
That's all right. It happens.
I am just I like normally I get up, I have my cup of coffee, have a couple nicotine pouches, and that gets the old heart going, and you're like, you're ready to go. This morning, none of that shit was working. My brain was like, you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Fuck this place. I'm like, you know what? You're right. But now I'm fucking here. And you should have told me that before I left the house. Internal fucking voice. What's the deal?
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have made a difference, though.
No, fuck no.
Probably still going in.
I am happy, though, because I found out now I get 4 weeks of vacation instead of 3. So that was a nice little addition. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because we were kind of wondering, like, how long do you have to be there to I get 4 weeks? And, you know, we changed apps for the looking at your time and requesting time off. And my hours were higher than everybody else's, like all the texts. I'm like, fuck's going on? Well, that's why. They had already given me my 4th week. And of course, they didn't tell anybody that. Didn't tell me that until I asked. And they're like, oh, he's already got 4 weeks. I'm like, fuck yeah. That means I can take extra days off and come on my wife's pillow. But I have to like let it build up for a while. So I have to spread the days out. So there's extra. I put forth a little extra. Blam.
Gross.
How about no, you weird Dutch bastard?
I'm not letting you near my pillows.
You're like, I like break down. You're like, you can sleep here, but you are not getting a fucking pillow. And you're like, you know, I'm joking, right? Like, no, I fucking don't. I don't trust you. You said it on the internet. It must be true.
Absolutely.
You've turned everything into my house into a pillow pet. You wake up, you get up, you go to put the pillow back, and I've like cut a hole in it, and you're like, fucker. Okay, just think about that. Think about, you know, a little thought experiment here. Like you have someone that's like a buddy of yours or whatever, and they're like, hey, they hang out at your house a little late. drinking. You're like, hey, you mind if I crash here? And you're like, oh, no. And you set them up on the couch with like a pillow and a blanket. And you get up the next day and you go to put the shit away after they left. And there's a hole in the pillow. And you're like, you motherfucker.
You pillow fucker.
You pillow fucking pee. You imagine like that awkward conversation, like, hey man, can I crash here again? No. And you have the pillow in your hand, you're like, look at that.
Yeah.
That was not there when I gave it to you. I do not give my best friends holy pillows. You did that. You sick piece of shit. Oh man.
Poor fella.
He's getting some pillow puss. Instead of a pillow pet, it's just a pillow puss.
Yeah.
You can sleep on it. You can fuck it. And people are like, what the fuck? And if you do it so many times, like the pillow's like a little water bed because it's just full.
Ew.
And then as a joke, you just smash somebody in the face with it. So it's like a marshmallow exploding.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yep. What are we?
Here we
6
go.
minutes in.
Oh man, people send me so much shit. My phone gets blown up all the fucking time. Which
Fuck
is
'em.
weirdness. It's just weirdness too.
Fuck their
And I'll just pick a day that I'll go through and literally go back through and look at all the messages that people sent me, like videos and shit. I do it like one time a week now. I used to be like every time, like, oh man, I gotta look at this right now. And I'm like every 3 or 4 days, I'm like, oh, I better look at these.
Yeah.
People think I'm and it's not because I don't like the people. It's just like I get tired of picking up my phone
I know.
and looking at shit, and I'm like, all right, I guess. And then I start feeling guilty. I'm like, all right, I better look. And so
I know.
they don't think I'm a bigger piece of shit than they already do. So it's all good. So what's been going on, Eric?
Not much. Just getting
Yeah?
ready for daughter's graduation tomorrow.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yep.
All right. So like let me ask you this because every parent's different, right? So is it one of those where you like you have a time frame where you like give them you're like you have 2 years to get your shit together and get out? Or have you said anything? I don't know. Like I don't judge people if they do that. Everybody's got their reasoning. That's the way they were raised, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So I don't like go, oh God, you're a piece of shit, I just wonder if you do that because I know some parents do and some parents don't.
No. Because she wants to get out on her own. Like she's talked about it and stuff, but
till she sees rent prices and she's like,
oh, I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
That's what's gonna be fucked.
I almost said something racist and I kept it back. Pulled back the reins on it. But I mean, honestly, anymore, you almost got to have like, you got to find a place big enough for like 2 or 3 people so they can, split the rent up 3 ways just to try to make it cheaper. It's fucking stupid.
I know.
It's like they're cramming everybody in like cattle and cars and like out for, take time to go slaughter, God damn it. And you're like, I don't want to get slaughtered. Huh?
Not to get too political, but
sure.
What the hell is the deal with that shit? Just housing prices. Like what? I know it has to do with just inflation in general, and there's a kind of a boom. There's also the interest rates and stuff like that. I don't know what to. Obviously, I mean, prices of houses typically don't go down much.
Not unless you have a 2008 type
right,
thing.
Right.
As far as I've been, my co-host of my other show was kind of laying it out for me one evening and said that basically it has to do with bonds, and then the central banks like basically subsidizing housing bonds, or I don't know, the bonds of that type of market. And then, so anytime you subsidize it, right, it just
Oh yeah.
artificially, and then, I don't know. I feel like when they tinker with property taxes, that's a ploy too, because if you can increase the value of all the properties, somehow manipulating the market or doing whatever, then the more the property, the more your house is worth, the more the valuation, the higher, the more amount of tax revenue the town, the county, and the state's going to get. So I feel like there's just like a slew of a combination of things where a big group of dickheads is saying, we need more money. And the easiest way to do that is to go around and raise the valuations up on everybody. And then we get more money. And I think it's like a mix of a whole bunch of things. I am 100% certain there's a whole bunch of stuff about the market in general, especially when it comes to housing, that I don't know anything about. I just know the interest rates are high as they are because they decided in, 2020, 2021, well, 2020 to print $6 trillion, and they caused all that inflation. And since they injected so much money into the economy, they had to put a jump in the interest rates to try and keep people from borrowing more and flooding the market with even more, or the economy with even more currency, and then devaluing it even more and causing a bigger spike in inflation. Now, I know we got idiots who are like, they need to drop the interest rates back down to like, we're at 2.5%. You can't do that in the inflation that we're dealing with, because then it incentivizes people to start borrowing more. And of course, those dollars don't really exist, right? They're just ones and zeros on a computer. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like you've injected more money into the economy, and you're just going to devalue the currency even more. And it's just a fucking mess. But the only problem is, too, on the other side of that, I'm going to age myself a little bit here. I'm going to date myself. But it's just like, I remember as a kid, if you had a savings account, you could get a few percent, three or 4% interest rate on your savings account. You can't even get 0.5% now. So there's no even benefit for you to try to save money the old-fashioned way by throwing in a savings account or something and letting it accrue interest. That's gone. So it's like they're incentivizing people just to spend more, spend, and have pulled them away from saving. And now the only way you can save now is, you have to invest it in tangible assets like precious metals or land or something, or crypto maybe. But or then they try to get you to play in the stock market, which is Russian roulette, if you don't know what you're doing at all. So I don't know, it's just a whole slew of things, and it's set up. I mean, again, this, but we're set up to be. Everybody's taught to just live in debt. Like, don't save money. Don't just And I'll give you a prime example. Before we bought the house that we live in now, when we were looking at a different house at the time. Now, part of our problem is we were trying to get a loan through the USDA. I would advise everyone that if they hear this, because we have so many views. But anybody, if you decide you're going to buy a house and you're like, I think I want to do USDA, I would advise against it. It seemed like once a week they would call, we need an updated phone bill, or we need an updated this. I'm like, why? I've given you current bills. Why do you need more? So the mortgage company that we were dealing with that was trying to get us the USDA loan, they called one day and she's like, they're asking for another bill. And I said, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I said, I'll get you that. I will also get you a urine sample and a blood sample. And she's like, what? And I go, at this point, I might as well, because I said, every time I turn around, they're wanting this. And she's like, I'm sorry. And I go, I know this is not your fault. I said, but what is the deal? So at that time, we owned a trailer, paid for it outright. My wife had a car payment that was relatively cheap. Literally, that was the only fucking debt we had. and they treated us like shit. They're like, well, you don't have a lot of loans. Okay. That means I have all this money that isn't going to debt, which means I can afford to make my fucking house payment. And you're going to treat me like a piece of shit? So they literally give you even seemingly more of a hassle if you don't have any debt as opposed to having debt. $15,000-$20,000 in like debt. It gives you a more favorable credit rating. It's so everything's just incentivized to just incentivize you to go into debt. And then they'll be willing to give you more money to go even deeper in debt. They definitely don't want to incentivize people to have a mindset of owning all their shit. Or maybe they have a house payment, but they don't have a car payment. They have like one or two payments. They have one loan, maybe one credit card, and that's all they got. All their money is safe. They're not blowing through it. Like they get paid Friday and Saturday out of the money. They just don't want people living like that. They don't want people to be that independent. But it just fucking, God, dude, it infuriated me to sit there and be treated like a turd when we had no real debt. I'm like, yeah, I literally have what they call it. I have all this disposable income, which means I can make my fucking house payment. So what are we doing? Yeah, so we ended up just dropping it and going through FHA, and then it like that, no problem. But USDA, you would have thought I was a homeless guy that walked in off the street, and I tried to take out a $500,000 mortgage and tried to use my collection of bottle caps as collateral. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, look, man, I got old RC Cola. Like, this is worth some shit. Get the fuck out of here, homeless guy. So, yeah, it fuck them people. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like for you, you don't have to give out that much detail, but is yours like an FHA loan or just straight through the bank for your house, or
I don't remember.
it's probably FHA or something like that? Probably a normal mortgage.
Yeah. I don't know. I paid it off like 5 years ago.
Oh, shit. There you go.
So yeah, I don't remember much. It might have been FHA or whatever. I think it was, because I remember being able to put down like, I don't remember, not 20% or nothing, maybe 5%, something like that.
And when you bought it, housing prices were much more reasonable.
Yeah.
You're probably sitting pretty good. Like now that it's paid off, if you decided to sell it, you're definitely going to get way more than what you did when you bought it.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably going to double, 2.5 times the amount.
Yep.
Which is fucking bananas. But yeah, I mean, I had all intention of moving closer up to my job. And then by the time we were kind of ready, the housing prices just after COVID, poof. And I was like, I'm not working until I'm 75, pay off a house.
Yeah.
No freaking way. So pretty much the only way I'm going to move closer is if I hit the lottery, but I never play it. So it's kind of hard to win.
Yeah. And if you did win, you probably wouldn't care about working.
Yeah. If I won enough to not then I wouldn't have to work anymore. I'd be like,
yeah.
Or I would go ahead and move closer, go to work every day with an attitude of simply like, if they fire me, who fucking cares? And just say shit.
Right.
Like today, I wore my God Hates Feds hoodie in, and I could just see the disappointment in people's faces. I didn't wear it all over the plant, but I just wore it in because it was a cool morning. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm wearing my God Hates Feds shirt today, hoodie. And I just saw people like, it's a joke. Calm down.
Yeah.
I wanted to wear it to a tier meeting. I'm like, that would probably actually get me in trouble. Someone would probably be like, bro. He does, though. God does hate feds. Not out here spreading lies. So come on. Work with me. Work with me. So, yeah. And then gas, dude. What about gas prices, man? Jesus Christ. $1.80 on average. It's gone up. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to say, in Owensville, it is still just under $4 a gallon. But I've heard people saying it's $4.49. Well, I think in Lynn it's $4.49. And I'm just like, so I'm just going to keep filling up at the cheapest fucking place I can find. And it just figures too, because I buy an SUV, and like a few months later, gas goes up $1.80 a gallon. And it's
I
like,
know.
what did I do to you fuckers? Like, what is going on? So yeah, I didn't play that one well. My wallet's taking a substantial raping now.
Well, you didn't know. You
Yeah.
didn't know we were going to go to war.
No, I would have never thought they would be like, we're going to open the Strait of Hormuz and we're going to do this. And it's like, yeah, that was already open before you went around and fucked around and found out. It was open already. It's like putting fucking screen doors on a submarine. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cue the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Come crashing through the wall. What do you want, you big dipshit? My fucking dog is all over me. She's like, Dad, let me out of the room. I don't like it in here. I'm trapped. Big douche canoe. Yeah. Big dumb dog that you are. Yeah.
Big dumb dog.
Big dumb. I literally will call her dumb and she'll come run. She's like, I'm like, don't do that. She'll look at me like that's not my name, dickhead. But she's like, oh, okay. My wife sometimes, she works a little part-time at a convenience store that's like 7-8 blocks away. So she come home. They asked her to fill in tonight for a few hours. She gets home. She changes her clothes and she leaves. And I'm like, shit. Forgot to get a can of pouches out of the center console. I knew I was going to need them. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm walking. So we bought this harness for this dog and a leash. I put the harness on her. And like, she's been here for a while. I'm like, she's going to definitely take a walk now. Because I first got her, dude, put a leash on her. I'm like, come on. And I get her to the curb and she's like locking up brakes. Won't leave the yard. I'm like, she'll do it this time. Put the harness on her, hook the leash to her. She's just trotting down the ramp off the front porch with me. I'm like, all right, we're going to do this. I kept walking and the leash goes tight. And she's like, And I'm like, come on, let's go. Let's go for a walk. And she's like, nah, she will not leave the yard. Now, if she's out running on her own, there's times she's gone down the alleyway at the back of the house and she's gone like a lot over. And I yell for her and she comes right back. She'll leave the yard of her own accord, but she acts like I'm taking her to the gas chamber. Like, man, if you leave me out of the yard, some bad shit's going to happen to me. I know. You're going to try to run me over or chop my tail off or something. But she absolutely refuses to leave the yard. And I was like, well, all right, screw that, dude. I'm like, go kennel up and I'll just walk by myself. I was trying to be nice. She's like, can I get her to walk? Go on a walk. She's kind of retarded.
Dumb dog.
For a German Shepherd, she has some retard genes in her. Hey, retard. No, see, she's like, huh?
What's that?
What's that, Daddy? I'm retarded. I'm your retard, though, Dad. So anyway, yeah. It's first German Shepherd. This is only second German Shepherd I've owned. The first one walks, car ride. She's like, let's go. Let's go. She's all amped up. This one's like, I don't want to do that. I feel safer in the yard or something where I can chase birds, but don't put me in that car. Take me to weird places. Oh, God damn it. Here we go. I knew it.
A dog.
Doggy in the house. So yeah. Anyway, that's I do pick weird animals a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I seem to get the ones with the genetic deficits.
Defective ones. Yeah.
I think I told you the story once before already, but one day my son's like, Dad, fucking dog's autistic. Literally the next day, I go out the front door. And my screen door is not a screen door; it's a full pane of glass. And I'm gonna smoke. I put something in the smoker. I hear the door budge. I turn around, and the dog has her face against the glass, and her tongue is sticking out, making a trail on the door. And I was like, this dog is literally fucking autistic. She is literally a window licker. Jesus Christ. It was just ironic that he said that, and the next day she did that, and I was like, oh, God damn. So, yeah, I call her my little autistic dog all the time. Still better than having a gay cat, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
You and your gay kitty cat.
Poor little kitty.
Abuse. Dude, I saw a comedian say the other day, he said something about when a girl has her first period and it's a big deal or something. You hear the crowd kind of go, oh, and some people are laughing. He's like, I'll have sex with a woman when she's on her period. He's like, I don't care. He's like, but when I'm done, I like to run outside and go, I just killed a cat with my dick because he's got blood all over. And then everybody's like, oh, and he's like, oh, no cat jokes either. Okay, cool. Mark that off the list. Mark that off the list of things I can say on stage. Can you imagine doing that, bro? Oh my God. Yeah, Eric's like, absolutely, I can.
Yes, I can.
All the time. It's very fun. Yeah, I got a kick out of that one. I'm like, that's pretty freaking good. Fuck off. Sorry. Okay, I know we've had discussions about AI before. Especially when we brought up somebody's made songs or stories up using AI. But as I was walking to go get a can of pouches out of my vehicle, I was just like watching videos as I'm walking. And there was a Bill Maher clip that came up, and he's talking about AI. And he's like, 80% of these certain Gen Z or whatever, certain amount of people that use these chat bots, like there's a high percentage of them that said they would marry an AI chatbot. And he's like, we finally did it. We finally created a generation of people that talk to a digital prostitute because they're too scared to talk to a real one. I'm like, that's a pretty good point, bro. Pretty good point. Philosophically, why on God's green earth would a human being go, yeah, I'd just rather marry this totally fake thing that I literally cannot touch? It just has conversations with me. And like, that's it. Like, what in your mind, what part of your brain goes, yeah, it seems acceptable. Marry this AI bot, chat bot.
I'm trying to think of something that, like, I mean, that's already a thing somewhere. I guarantee it. Somebody's
already married to it.
Somebody's married. No, somebody's married to a person that's all they do, you know? So.
Well, that's what they said. It was messing up relationships. Like, people were ending relationships because they would rather talk to the AI chatbot than the human being that they were in a relationship with. Now, let me say this. I have dated some girls in my past that I probably would have been better off having a relationship with an AI chatbot. Okay? It'd have been much more fulfilling just to hear them rambling. Because like Bill Maher states in the video clip, he's like, these freaking AI things, every time you ask a question, no matter how stupid, it's like, that's a great question, or that's a really important topic. It never goes, are you fucking retarded? Like, what are you doing? Right? It never does that. It's always it's always congratulating you and giving you an attaboy. And he's like, what the fuck, man? So I don't know if that's part of it, because the AI chatbot's not going to be like, you ever thought about doing something about that gut? Like, it's never going to do that.
Right.
It's always going to like talk you up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe like when you rub one out to an AI chatbot, it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I don't know. Never done it. Not about to try. But what do you think, man?
I don't know. It is weird. I
It's
don't know why
really
you would
fucking weird.
marry a computer. I don't know, but
I mean, I, okay. This is the part that like gets me. That sometime in the not too distant future, people are just gonna be fucking robots. Like,
oh
and
yeah,
that's just gonna be like, oh, it's just a fucking robot. And you're like, yeah, okay. I mean, who knows how good the technology is gonna be, right? Might feel just like the real thing, and you're like, yeah, and I don't have to hear about how big of a piece of shit I am when I'm done. And if I come inside it, it doesn't freak out.
yeah,
It doesn't make me go. It doesn't try to. I don't know, dude. It's just wild to think about the future with the way things are progressing now. Trying to imagine what life's going to be like in 20 years from now, especially with these younger people that are coming up. You're going to be like, you guys are so fucked.
oh yeah,
So fucked.
yeah. I was thinking about that with taxes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just how in 20 years, what are I mean, they're already talking about raising taxes on putting taxes on billionaires and whatever, and you know that how that always works. It's going to keep going to where because they're going to be worth less if they give more money away, and some of them will you know go out of the country or whatever. It's going to come down to people like you and me paying
Yeah.
the 60% or whatever. We
Yeah.
have too
Because,
much.
Jesus Christ. Because, I mean, California's already looking at a bill just punishing them for leaving the state.
Yeah.
And you're like, don't you think there's a reason maybe they're leaving? Because you're already, I mean, by the time it's done, I don't remember how much those people are paying out that live in California. How much, like, how much of their wages totally in taxes that they're paying out? But it's well over 50%.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand. These greedy people don't want to hang around for this. Like, no, they freaking don't, dude. No one wants to do, and normal people don't want to do that.
Yeah. No, it's all gonna.
That's a cool thing. No, there'll always be states to be like, come on over here. We won't
I
tax the
know.
crap out of you.
Hopefully,
And they'll
hopefully.
just all flood. Like Texas is one of them. Texas gets industry all the time because they're like, hey, we won't rob you of half your
Yeah.
shit. And they're like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That's the only thing that the only real way you can tax billionaires is a federal tax because, like you said, a state passes it, they're just gonna leave the state.
And even then, it's like, but if you give the AOCs and the Bernie Sanders of the world a choice, they'd totally just destroy every billionaire out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
It-
funny, though, that somebody brought this point up the other day. I heard him say that Bernie Sanders used to go after millionaires and billionaires, but now he only brings up billionaires because he's now a millionaire.
right.
So he's dropped the millionaire word, but billionaires are still evil, but millionaires are okay now because he is one. Like, God, that's
Yeah.
isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Lucky you. You went to Congress. You've never held a real job your whole life. You get elected to Congress. You've been there forever. You said the dumbest shit. Now you have like 3 houses and your wife gets paid. I don't remember what it is for just going and giving a speech somewhere.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. It's really fucked up. Yeah, I do. I think about my grandkids, like when they grow up. Dude, they're so screwed.
Something does have to give though. I'm not I don't know. I listen to a lot of people talking about taxing the wealthy and how, we're not making, a living wage, blah blah blah, the lefty bullshit, but If it keeps going the way it is, that ain't good.
Well,
I
and the thing,
I,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know what the solution is, but I know more taxes is not. It's less spending is what really is gonna do it. Let people keep letting people keep more of their money is the solution, and that's why I've always said if you're gonna tax billionaires or more, tax everybody else less. But then again, the richest, what, 10% or something
Yeah,
pay over 50% of taxes or something like that. So it's like they're already paying more than us. It's not.
yeah. It that's the thing. They don't want these people. They don't want to talk about how much in taxes um they pay. Like so, Elon Musk, for instance, a couple few years ago, he paid the highest tax bill ever. It was like $4 or $5 billion. Here's the stat that none of these assholes ever want to talk about, right? And that is the fact that if you took the wealth of all the billionaires in this country, if you took now here's the thing. They act like so somebody's so they're worth $30 billion. These assholes are like they have $30 billion in the bank. No, they freaking don't. Because if they had in the bank, you'd tax it and you dwindle it to nothing. No, it's stocks, it's their companies, it's all their shit. So that's one thing that bothers me. But even if they stole, if a billionaire was worth $30 billion and he literally had $30 billion in all these bank accounts and you seized all of it, you could run the government for 8 months and would be out of money. They don't want to talk about that.
Right.
It's not their spending that's the problem. It's the greed of these people that they keep accumulating wealth. And it's like, yeah, but if you guys didn't spend $50,000 to see the effects of cocaine on a certain species of bird, and you multiply that by a million, we probably wouldn't be in the state that we're in.
Yeah.
But instead of you taking accountability because you want to spend money on the dumbest shit I've ever heard of, you'd rather have me focus on that guy over there that has a boatload of money. And that shit just that chaps my ass. But yeah, that's now again, though, they're the billionaire class, the people that own the big box stores and everything during COVID, a lot of wealth got transferred to them. But the problem is the same people who bitch about the billionaires voted to do that in Congress. Said, well, these guys, they're very important. We can't shut them down. All the big box stores got to stay open. So all these jackoffs that bitch about the wealthy and the billionaires was okay for that transfer, a massive transfer of wealth that took place during COVID. So you've lost all credibility and you should shut the fuck up.
Yep.
That's just me. And unfortunately, people have severe short-term memory problems and they forgot a lot of that about that.
Yeah.
Most of that history is already lost to them and they forgot about it. It's a big hairy pile of shit.
Yeah. Furry one.
Furry pile of shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I ain't got shit.
I don't really either, dude. Like I said, I've been brain dead all day. People have like asked me questions and I kind of stand there and like, and they're, hey, John, what? That and I was crabby on top of it. Dude, I don't want to go into details, but nothing pisses me off more than somebody's like, well, this is your thing that you deal with. This is part of your job, or this is whatever department I'm working in currently. This is on you. You figure this out and get us the thing. Resolve the issue. Then you give them the thing and they bitch about what you did. And not me. I didn't make the decision. I didn't buy the thing that they needed. Like, oh, you buy this thing, we gotta hold it up there, we're gonna put it together, and we're done when you take it apart. And I'm like, you offered no solutions. You're more than happy to just throw this on my lap and go, this is your thing. Take care of it. It gets taken care of by people like a step above me in the food chain. And now you want to come at me again because you don't like it? Dude, that pisses me off. So they had me pretty grumpy today at the beginning stages of the day. I was like, okay. So when they do things like that, I just put that under my hat. And I'm like, one of these days, you're really going to need me or something. Or you want to extend an olive branch, if you will. And then I'm going to like take it. I'm going to rub it right up my butt crack after I've walked the building in a hot day. And then I'm going to pass it back to you. So you get sweaty butt crack branch. That's what you get from me. And then I go like this. And I walk out. And most times when they're, I just sit there and I laugh because they don't know how to deal with that. They want me to get angry or have an emotional reaction. And I do. I laugh at them. And I think that pisses them off even more. And it was like, oh, fucking what you want me to do? I don't run this bitch. I don't sign the paycheck. So eat a bag of dicks. I don't know. But that kind of shit it hit me wrong today. And I was just, first 2 hours of the day, I was just fuming. I even asked in my meeting, I go, I have a question. I'm like, would it be considered unethical to aerosolize Prozac and pump it into certain rooms before we have a meeting so they'll tone it down a bit? And several people chuckled. And my boss was like, eh. He knew what I was getting at, but he didn't want to respond and laugh. He just kind of sat there and listened to me. And everybody in the room could tell I was like pissed. I was kind of joking, but also kind of not joking.
Yeah, of course.
Like, oh no, I really want to do this. We're like, hey, great to see him. Like, it fucking worked. I'm going to patent this shit, and I am going to be so rich that I never have to walk in this building again. Boom. Or just like put in an eyedropper and go around, drop it in their coffee cups, and in like 15 minutes, they're like, oh, everything's pretty cool today. I'm like, nailed it.
Yeah.
I'd rather aerosolize it. So just put it in the vents and it blows in there, and they're all like, I don't know, guys, feel pretty good today. And you're like, fucking winning. You get shit in their desk drawer and they won't get super mad about it. Oh man, I gotta clean this up. Damn
it. Thanks.
I eat a bunch of corn beforehand, so or peanuts or something.
Free corn. Yeah.
Eat a rubber band, so it's like there's a loop sticking out of it, and they pick it up and like throw it after it's dried.
Yay!
Yay! Like a shit grenade. Pull the pin. I don't know. God damn it! Now I'm getting fired up again, sons of bitches. Luckily, no one knows. None of them know about this. And I don't say any names, so it's completely safe.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. No one gives a shit. No one gives a fucking shit. Yeah, I don't know. I just, sometimes, man. You know what? It's probably a good thing that I'm so, like, I'm, a short guy, not muscular. I'm just not intimidating at all. If I had, if I was 6 foot and weighed like 230 and I had the kind of energy that I have as a smaller guy, I would probably punch a lot of people in the face. I'd probably get fired from a lot of jobs, but I'm not, I'm not, no one feels threatened by me. No one. If I was bigger and I saw a guy my size, well, I'm like, I could push that guy right through this wall and there's nothing he would do. There's nothing he could do. He would just lay there and cry, and I would pee on his face and I would walk on. So it's probably a good thing that I'm not a much bigger person, because I would probably just be the biggest, like, most trolling, arrogant piece of shit. Because I'm like, I could actually stand a chance at a fight. So I go, fuck, Start talking mad shit to people in the meeting. Like, any questions? Like, yeah, who cut your fucking hair, dude? Jesus Christ. Just watch them like, fuck? Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
I did.
we're gonna talk after the meeting. Like, okay. But I
Mm,
would still like an answer to the question
yeah,
right now.
we did it.
Who did you pay to do that to you? Yeah. Shit like that. So
Starts crying. You.
I seriously, at a particular meeting every day, I do want to carry a box of tissues in. And when they start and just toss it on the table, I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, I think we all know what it means.
Yeah.
You're crying again.
Crybaby bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So much good times. What the fuck do you want? You big baby. You know, my arm's sitting here moving like this, and if no one knew there was a dog in the room, they'd be like, what is he doing? I should just have a fat button over here on my board to hit it when I'm sitting there doing this, kind of under the desk. People were like, what is YouTube immediately takes the video
Yeah.
down?
I don't know why they keep getting pulled.
You know, the last time one of our videos got, what do they call it? Like, it was made, it wasn't made public anymore. So if you wanted to find, you had to search for it. Like, you had to go to the channel. It was not going to show up in anything. And I'm like, what did we play? Then I remembered the old lady, and I was like, oh shit. Now it said something about copyrighted material, and I go, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was not about copyrighted material. That was about an old woman
Yeah.
who was saying hi to someone multiple times. That was actually your fault because you're the fucker that told me about it too, and I was dumb enough to play it. So yeah, that one got. Dude, that wasn't even 24 hours later. They're like, no,
Yeah. No.
no. I'm like, come on, that was kind of funny, dude. Can you imagine seeing an old person just doing that somewhere, and you're like, Jesus Christ,
That person
almost-
rules.
you you almost want to talk to them and
Yeah.
go,
Hey,
I
what kind of
have
shit have
questions.
you seen? Yeah. Tell me some stories.
Tell me what was Christmas like in the 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to. I would love to. It's one of those things where you want to be you want to be around, not necessarily to put your input in, but just to watch the reactions of everyone else being horrified by it. And you're just like,
Yeah.
and you're chuckling internally because you're like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This old lady seemingly misses the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
What the fuck? She puts bacon in every meal she makes. Just in case certain people come over, y'all. And you're like, Grandma, you can't do that shit anymore. Who says?
Yeah.
I missed the Fuhrer. And you're like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Jesus Christ. That. Okay, I have to say this. The dog is dumb as shit, but she's also smart. She's woken me up one night at like 2:00 in the morning. She had a crap on tap. And she was just pacing the room, but she goes over to the doorknob and hits the doorknob with her nose. Like, bro, open this door.
Now.
I got things I gotta take care of. But my wife's little dog, you can holler for her and she just stands there and stares at you like, I don't want to walk that far. I'm like, come on, let's go in the house. Let's go in the house. Let's go in the house. This big dog will run to her and get her to chase her back towards me. And then that little dog will just get up on the. So she somehow figured out that I want that dog to come back in the house, she'll run right at her, and the little dog gets so pissed at her because she don't like the bigger dog that she'll just chase her and come back towards me. I'm like, all right, let's go in the house, and then they all go up on the porch, and I let them in. Never taught her to do that, but for some reason, that's like the most intelligent thing she does. It's like, oh, you want that little dog to come inside? I got this, Dad. And she'll run right at her, and she'll run right back towards me. And if she's lagging, she'll just keep running at her until she gets so close to the house. And then the dogs all go up on the porch, and I'm like, how did you figure that shit out? But you're scared of a fucking paper bag or a plastic bag. And you won't go on a walk, and you hate car rides. Fucking incredible. Oh, God. I moved and said something. Now she's like, I'm coming back. And she's nudging the shit out of me because she wants me to love on her. She's like, come on. Such a goofball. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anything planned for this summer? Like any plans, vacation, nothing?
Nothing.
I'm trying to figure out a place that me and my wife and my mom could go for like a few days just to get out of town, go some place kind of neat, stay at some little, cabin or something just to get the fuck out of town for a few days. And everybody's like, go to Branson. I'm like, I go, Branson's expensive. Like, oh, I've never been. Then don't tell me to go there.
Yeah, no shit. What the fuck?
The last time we went down there, it was my wife's best friend and her husband, and then my wife, kids, and I all went. Dude, everything we went into, it like cost us $100. It was like $25 a person, $25 a person. So we're dropping $100 to like everything we went to. I'm like, what in the hell is this? I don't remember how much money we spent down there over like 3 days, including the lodging. And it was some place where it's like we used an Airbnb, but it was like a pretty, I don't know what you'd call it, but almost like a timeshare type of thing. But anyway, it was nice. It had 2 bedrooms, huge bathroom, full kitchen, stuff like that. And it was relatively inexpensive for the 2 or 3 nights we stayed there. So it wasn't bad. But every fucking thing you went to do is 25 here, 25 a person. Like, Jesus, you guys are raking it in.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to figure out something besides Branson or Lake of the Ozarks, because those are always the go-tos.
Yeah.
And you're just assholes and elbows. It's just everybody, hey, let's go over here. And you're like, I'd rather die.
Yep.
Than go over there with all those people. So yeah, now I'm trying to sit here and rack my brain. Like, I've heard Eureka Springs in Arkansas is pretty nice. Never been there, but a lot of people speak highly of it. And I'm like, well, generally when people do that, that means when you go down there and try to find a place to stay, you're going to get raped. So I'm trying to find a place that's not so popular, but yet cool to go to, that I don't have to like make another kid and then throw it into a volcano to please whatever god that I have to be able to afford to stay. I don't have to sacrifice a child to be able to go to this place.
Yeah.
As long as and along with a bunch of money. Like, we need $300 and a child. And you're like, we're not going to do anything to it. You just have to throw it into that volcano, and then we're cool. I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, that's the price of staying here. A child. Like, can I just go steal someone else's kid? Like, can I just do that? Like, no, it has to be yours. Like, fuck. Uh-oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a good one. That one's going to not be pleasant on the nose. Holy smoke. And my dog comes running right over. You're going to die. You're going to fucking die, dog. Jesus Christ, that one was awful. That has to do with the lunch I ate earlier today. My wife makes like this, it's like it's a lasagna, but it's got like taco seasoning, and then it's like tortillas for the noodles instead of, it's good. but I eat a big enough portion of it, and then I blow my asshole out. I play Mexican music with my asshole.
Yuck.
And that one, I think my chair is actually going to hold that odor for a while. So I probably need to Febreze the chair because the next person that sits down and this is too hard is probably just going to give a nice little
Yeah.
nuclear fucking cloud of ass
All the
gas right in their face.
fecal dust comes out.
Dude, you ever think about that? Like, generally people go to the bathroom, go take the Browns to the Super Bowl or whatever, and they're looking at their phone. They're on their phone the whole time, and then they just like set their phone down and they flush the toilet. Because like I guess they look at that shit like your toothbrushes and everything. If it's close enough to the toilet, that stuff is like flying onto your toothbrush. And we don't even think about it, right? Next morning you're brushing your teeth and you're just using a shitty toothbrush. That's where the dentists are getting us, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because the bacteria and the caca is in your mouth and you're
Yeah.
just swishing on your gums. You're like, your teeth don't look so great. And you're like, and then like if everybody like started putting their toothbrushes in protective things, and then suddenly like the amount of like tooth decay goes down, and come find out it's just shitty toilet water spraying up in the air and all over your toothbrush. Like those goddamn air dryers in the bathrooms. They say that just blowing. Like the shit that's been there, it's blowing it right back on your hands. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Gross.
That's fucking horrible to think about. And it's someone else's shit.
Yeah.
You're like you're like this, and you're just smearing traces of someone else's shit on your hand. That'd be fucked up if you like you like come out of the bathroom and you smell your hands and somebody's like, what's it smell like? Like, smells like someone had buffalo wings last night. Damn. That's like going into a Walmart or something and you have to take a shit and you're like, you start lining the seat with like 12 stacks of toilet paper just so no part of your body touches the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Because somebody in there hasn't showered in a month.
Oh my God.
And they're sitting on it and they're just till their legs fall asleep and they're sweating. And you're just the next poor bastard in line. And you're just sitting in somebody else's like DNA and you're like, motherfucker. That's a fucking
yeah, it's fucking gross.
You go in there with a torch and like heat it up to kill everything first. Let the seat cool back down, and you're like, "No, I'm safe."
Yeah. No.
Or you wrap it in TP and then set the TP on fire so it like cooks the fucking bacteria off. And you're like, "Nah," and you're setting off smoke alarms. Or like, what'd you do it for? Like, I don't know who sat there.
Yeah.
There's no bathroom monitor to know that some guy didn't like piss all over the seat and just take kind of a piece of toilet paper and just smear it around. And then I sat on it next. Jeez.
Yeah, that's gross. I hate that shit.
Dude, when I worked at this convenience store here in Owensville years and years ago, I worked overnights. It was pretty slow in there generally. This dude and his son come in one night. They go in the bathroom and they come out and he's like, "Hey, man, I got some bad news." And I'm like, "You clogged up a shitter or something." He's like, "Dude, somebody threw up in the sink." And I knew I had to. So, dude, I went and found like these big long gloves, right? And I'm just pulled a trash can up there and I'm just scooping it out and throwing it into the trash can. Tie that bag up, haul it outside, throw the bag away, throw the gloves away. And it got so bad it clogged up the sink pipe, the drain pipe. So they had to have somebody come in and like auger the drain out. And so that next night, because stuff was clogged up, we like taped off the men's bathroom, put like 2 cones in front of it with tape, and then like, and these people just like look up, see me, and just like do a matrix move and go in there anyway. And I'm like, it literally says closed. So one guy comes in, he's like, "Man," he's like, "I got to pee so bad." He's like, "Can I use the women's restroom?" And I said, dude, I don't care. I said, but I'm telling you right now. I said, if you puke in the sink in there, I said, I will take this broom handle. I will break it on your head. He's like, I ain't got to throw it, man. I just got to pee real bad. I'm like, freaking go for it. And then there was a customer that would come in a lot, and I said something. He's like, "Are you still bitching about having to clean up that puke out of that sink?" I go, "Yeah, I am, dude. Like, there's a toilet 8 feet away, and you threw up in the sink. What'd you do that for?" And he's like, "I don't know why you're bitching about it still." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, you weren't the guy that had to sit there and wear these dishwash gloves and like scoop puke out of the sink. So cool.
Yeah.
That's the last time I do that shit.
Oh yeah.
I quit next. If somebody's like, you need to go clean that up, like you need to go find somebody else to take this job because I just quit.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that.
Oh God. I will say this as well. I worked at a factory and sometimes they're like, hey, could you just go? They would just have me clean the bathrooms once in a while. The women's bathroom would be dirtier than the men's. There'd
Oh
be
yeah.
toilet paper all over the floor. I'm like they're like, well, I have to clean the bathroom at home, so I'm going to destroy this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you guys, you women talk an awful lot of shit about guys until I walk into your bathroom and see what the hell's going on in here. I'm like, God dang. Dude, there. So I worked at this printing factory here in Owensville. And there was a guy there. He and my dad were good friends, and me and this guy would talk all the time. He's like, and I was sitting in the stall when this guy came in and like stood at the urinal, and then my friend came in and he goes, "Did you see that motherfucker?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "He literally undid his jeans and let them drop to his ankle and stood at the urinal and peed, and then pulled his pants back up." I go, "He's still got like little kid thoughts. He's peeing like he did when he's a kid. Just drop your trousers." And he's like, "This motherfucker took his jeans and just let them fall to his ankles." I was like, dude, and that you want to talk about something that pisses me off. There was a contractor that used to be in that building that we work in, and this fucker would come in and his pants and underwear all the way down on his feet. I'm like, why are you doing that? And he'd like kick his legs out in front of him and cross his feet. And I'm like, what are you doing? You have to be that comfortable at the toilet? Yeah. Underwear and pants all the way down to his feet, down to his shoes. So, like, at your knees when you're sitting down taking a shit, he just dropped his pants and his underwear would be all the way down to his ankles. He would drop them all the way down. I saw that. I don't have, huh?
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Where do you fucking keep them?
I keep them like at my knees, dude. I don't let my pants go all in a factory. I don't let the waistband of my pants go down and touch the floor. Are you out of your mind?
Oh, they were touching the floor?
Yeah. Like literally pulled them all the way down. And I look over and I see his jeans just like all pushed all the way down and part of his pants are just on the floor. And I'm like, what are you doing? You don't shit like that. Not at work. You don't let your clothes touch the floor like that. What are you doing? I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird shitter.
I don't know.
I mean, well, you've been in that one bathroom up front where it literally that big hand washing sink says for hand washing only.
Yeah.
Because that one weirdo just went in there and started pissing in it like it was a urinal.
While somebody was washing.
Huh?
While somebody was washing their hands.
Yeah. Which is fucking bananas. Who sees a dude washing their hands and they're like, oh, I can pee here? And you just start pissing in it. Like, who does that? What nationality does that? Because I think that's the next nationality that we overtake.
Yeah, no shit.
We go and we overthrow them. And they're like, why are you doing this? Because you people piss in the hand washing sinks.
Gross.
In America. While someone's standing across the way washing their hands.
Well, imagine what they do in their own country. Ooh. Or just poo on the floor.
And then just take a squeegee and push it into a hole.
I don't even think they move it. I think they just walk around it.
Yeah. Like, and then there's rules. You have to shit on the middle so you can get to cabinets and stuff.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
shit near the cabinets, and you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
But if you shit in the middle of the floor where you can just walk around and
Yeah.
everybody's like, cool.
You have to leave a path. That's the only rule.
There's a trench in every room. You just shit in a trench.
Yeah.
And then
It's like World War I, but shit.
you just push it down the trench it with a hose. Just wash it and just let it. Dude, a friend of mine, his wife went to China for her job, sent her and some other people to China. And she's like, dude, there's a hole in the floor in some of these places. And they just shit through a hole in the floor. Like where they stayed had like bathrooms. But other places, there's just a hole. You just shit into the hole. You just let it. I'm like, all those people, and you only figured this out yet?
I know.
We have things called toilets. You put them in your house, and then the poo runs away from you.
Oh.
Oh, very good.
Oh.
No more poo hole. Like, no, your poo hole stays. The hole in the floor has to go bye-bye.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't plug up your poo hole. Like, oh, very good. I would write a boa cheery.
Cheery. All right. We're definitely getting.
Yeah, we're getting down to the end. We're running out of steam for the stream. Instead of a steaming pile of dung, which is in this whole fucking episode. All right. Pink socks, y'all. Or go fuck yourselves, either one.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Ain't got no gas in it.